Chickens are very beneficial to have on your property for several reasons. For one, they're a great pest control agent. These chickens will eat bugs and eat bugs and eat bugs and eat bugs. The bugs that they eat contribute to the protein and the eggs that you get from your chickens. So the more bugs you got, the better your eggs are going to be. The more benefit you're going to gain from them eggs that you eat. This chicken right here is a silkie. Silkies are excellent brooders, which means that they'll lay on eggs and until they hatch. And we have one off to the side over here now that has some babies, and she's, besides just being a great brooder, she's an excellent mom. She takes really good care of her babies every day, and they follow her around here on the property. Now it's first thing here in the morning, so I haven't released the chickens yet, but here before long, I'll be releasing the chickens out into the yard so they can free range. Giving them access to free ranging lets them consume a lot more bugs. Now, I'm out here in the country where I've got about 5 acres. Well, I do have 5 acres of land here. The chickens will travel this whole lot, eating bugs, and they even go onto the neighbor's property a little bit. So that's something to think about too, if you're thinking about getting chickens. Do they have access to the neighbors, and is the neighbor going to mind if the chickens come over there for a little bit? Now this bird right here in front of me that you see that's gray and speckled, that is not a chicken. That is a Guinea. We recently bought some chickens off our local Facebook wall, and this Guinea was in the mix. Guineas will eat a lot of bugs that chickens will not touch. And the Guineas, they don't seem to do as much scratching as the chickens. They do something that kind of mimics the scratch, but they're more looking for something to move, to trigger movement so that they can see it, eat it. The Guineas also have a weird sounding screech noise that they make whenever they see a predator, or hear a predator for that matter. Now this has worked out great out here where I am, because every day, while the chickens are out free ranging, the red-tailed hawk is flying around above, looking for something to eat itself. Well, this Guinea has great eyesight and is able to pick up on that, and it lets off this screeching noise over and over and over and over, and it kind of repeats itself for several minutes. The chickens have picked up on this noise and realized that when the Guinea's making that noise, they need to take cover. And it's worked out great. It's kind of an alarm system for a predator. Now the rooster will also do this same behavior, but he doesn't make the screeching noise. And what's good about having a rooster is your eggs will be fertilized, and then you'll be able to raise your own chicks. The rooster is also great at protecting these girls. I mean, during the day, the girls will split up a little bit out in the yard, and the rooster, whenever he hears one of them making noise, he's running back and forth, making sure everything's okay. So it's really good to have a good rooster. Now this rooster is a black Ascalwolf. Same with this chicken right here. Got several breeds of chickens, like I say. So 21 days, the eggs will hatch. I believe that they'll stay fertile. Like if he was to mate with a hen, I believe it's 2 weeks. I'll correct that at the bottom of the screen if I'm wrong. So he doesn't have to mate again for 2 weeks. She stays fertile. So that is all good. Now, I didn't really explain this a whole lot. I did mention that the silkie is a great broody hen, which means she will lay on eggs. These eggs that you stick under her do not have to be hers. They can be any of these chickens that have been fertilized. And she will lay on them and hatch them. It's definitely incubating eggs naturally under a broody hen is way better than a machine incubator. So having a couple silkies in your flock is a good thing. Another great benefit to having chickens is their fertilizer. It's a great all-natural source of nitrogen. Now, chicken poop you want to use sparingly around your plants because it will burn them up. You should make you a manure pile, let it dry and break down a little bit, and then lightly sift some of the chicken droppings around your flowers, and you'll notice great benefits. But like I say, don't apply it too heavily. So, several benefits to having chickens. I believe right now we've got 19 or 20 hens, the rooster, and the Guinea. We've also got 5 baby chicks, and I'm not sure what they are as of yet. I'm assuming that 2 of them are roosters, going by their tail feathers, and the other 3 are hens. Let me take a few minutes now and give you a quick tour of my little coop and what you would need to have to raise chickens. Now, the first thing you might notice is this skid that I'm sitting on here in their chicken run. It's more than something for them to climb on. Whenever the hawk's out and about, they've got a place to get underneath and feel safe. I've also got a skid set up over here on a sawhorse, a little bit elevated off the ground, so they can go under that too. So giving your chickens some protection in their run and out in the yard, great benefits. But here's the front of my coop. Now, I am a small sawmill, so I'm able to cut my own lumber. So since I'm able to do that, I constructed this coop pretty cheap out of rough cut lumber. You can see that's my door. Isn't the prettiest, but it does a fine job. And this is the other side. Now on this side here, you can see I've attached a small portable coop, and the reason I've done that is it gives me a place, like when I was raising these chicks, that I'm able to raise the chicks in. It's my brooder, I guess you could say. I've got the light set up, a nesting box, and then I've got food and water down here. And then from the inside, I'll give you a view, they're actually able to go into the main coop. So let's take you inside real quick. There's the babies coming out. And mama. Okay, so once you open my coop, I've got a homemade screen door. And what that does is keeps me from, I'm able to go in the coop without anybody escaping when the run is closed. So we'll go inside here now, in which it's pretty tight quarters. So off to the left, I've got 6 nesting boxes, in which if we look down in here, you can see they're starting to lay already this morning. Here's an egg. So we're getting a few different colors of eggs already this morning. Right in the middle of the floor, I have their feeder set up. And then, of course, their light, which I'm going to be shutting off. And then their perches. They've got perches back there. And then they've got this perch set up over on this side. And then in the corner, their feed can and water. And then there's their way out to the outside. Over here on this side, we have the ramp going up into the brooder, in which you can see there's a chicken hiding back in there. So overall, pretty simple setup, and it works great. Now, if you're thinking about getting chickens, or if you have chickens, and you have questions or comments, please take time to leave them below. You can also notice out here where they free range, I've set up little shelters they can hide under in case there's a hawk or something, because the hawks are bad this time of year. It's fall now. You know, we're experiencing El Nino here in Ohio, so temperatures are a little bit warmer than what they normally are, and you know, that makes the chickens want to get out and free range, but it also brings out the hawks because they're hungry too. So you got to do the best you can to protect your flock and take care of them. So thanks for watching JC's Organic Farming, and I hope I've encouraged some of you to think about chickens. And if you've already got chickens, well, just go spend some time with them today. Thanks.